Alright guys, we are here with a very special video today here at Lake Cliff, and right over there is the new Titleist GT series drivers where I'll be getting fitted for mine. I'm excited to see the changes. We'll meet some of the guys, we'll learn about some of the specifics behind it, we'll see my numbers. I'm excited to help you guys learn a little bit more. Let's do it. So at Lake Cliff, we had some technical difficulties and we lost the TrackMan data. It was a really windy day. We'll kind of go to some highlights of where we left off, and then we'll take you into day 2 of a shooting where we went to another location the following day and we got to get some more accurate data. So what follows, you'll see, is a switch from one venue to the next. That's the nature of data, updating systems and all those things. Hope you enjoy the fitting. Hope you get some information out of this that maybe might point you in the right direction for you and your future setup with the new Titleist GT metals.
You're just like,
you're like, come on.
Oh.
There we go.
So we're starting in the 9 degree.
We are.
Tell me a little bit about the numbers on that too, like with lofts or launches.
You can
and
take
spins.
a look at it right here. So relative to your current driver,
okay.
Your gamer's at the bottom there. 105 club, 157 ball. A little bit, well, to a decimal, very, very close in terms of club and ball speed there. Even for that off-center hit, we still got really, really close ball speed, which is awesome. Launch is about the same. In this case, it's a degree higher, but you can see it's actually doing exactly what all these models are. You'll see this consistent across the board is launching a little bit higher with just a little bit less spin.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that less spin by 400, which is stuff that I'm searching for.
Absolutely.
Right, like in the middle of my swing.
Yeah, and it brings the land angle down just a touch. The height stayed relatively in the same spot, so it's just getting there to that apex 2 different ways. And then in terms of carry and total, we picked up about 3 yards of total distance, and the carry was very, very close. Yep, and we're just keeping it, like I said, we're just controlling it in this case, so we're not doing too many variables at once. D3 setting, so 1.5 upright, an additional 0.75 loft, so it's playing at 9.75 at a degree and a half upright.
Little cutter.
Yep. Good swing. There's a little higher window too.
Yeah. So that's a different guy. I mean, I was trying something. Can you do me a favor? Can you drop it to normal? Because again, I had mine at D3 for a very specific reason.
Totally.
But
Let's keep it controlled.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Spin rate's at 1900 though.
Comes up a little bit too.
That's so good. That is so good. I love that.
So just go back to stated loft and lie. So in this
stated,
case, just playing at 9 degrees. What are your first impressions? What do you notice it's different in this case?
It's weird. Well, sound is totally different. Much more muted. I kind of like that.
Absolutely.
I think.
Well, the Titleist sound is what I always like to say.
Yeah, well, so I mean, we're in the world of titanium. I grew up in the world of persimmon.
Yeah. Changing
to titanium, but you know, like when you listen to a 3-wood, they sound different than the drivers, right? So, and we talked about my preferences for 3-wood. So, when I said I was changing my swing, I was trying to make my stock 3-wood runner baby draw swing just to see if I could make that swing. Right? Because
that's awesome.
Why should you have to?
100%.
Why should you have to make a different swing?
Absolutely.
That's the point of fitting.
Correct.
Is that you fit the equipment to the guy,
got to
let
play
him
the right
swing
arrow.
how he wants.
I always say don't reinvent the wheel, just make it better.
Yeah.
So tailor it towards you.
So all we did on this one was drop to standard loft. We'll start maybe playing.
Absolutely, 100%.
We'll go back. We'll revisit that after.
And I wouldn't even. What I'd like to do before that is even just take 2 or 3 swings with the 4, get a sound, get an impression on that, and then what we'll do is we'll come back to what we felt was either the fastest, the best, or just aesthetically in this case the one that fit the eye the best, and we'll see what we can take it further.
I love it. Yeah.
Good swing. We're picking up a little bit of speed now.
Yeah. I'm getting a little more confident.
100%.
That's what happens. I'm very sensitive. I'm just really sensitive. So, do me a favor. Can you jam that into the H2 just for?
Totally.
I'm curious to see what'll happen.
Let's do 2 birds, 1 stone. I think a little bit of weight will also help.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. I love that they moved. We'll talk
The
more
weight
in this
track.
when we're done, that the weight port is forward, because I was
Absolutely,
dreaming of that.
absolutely. It was my first impression as well. And,
Yeah.
and if you notice, this is just as without, I guess, talking behind the tech side of things,
Yeah.
but you notice it's a little bit more integrated into the head. So through the air, you get a little bit less drag as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it looks a lot smoother at the bottom.
100%. Oops, keeps falling.
H1, we're going, how many,
Intermediate.
is blue still +4?
It is.
Okay.
So nominal weight in this case is 12.
Okay.
That's what it's playing at, 12 grams.
Fantastic. I'm so excited.
That was a 1 for 2 there, meaning you got 1 mile an hour of club head speed, but you got 2 miles an hour ball speed.
Right.
Yeah, that was good. 23, launch 13, spin 2350, land angle 38. That's good. Apex about 102,
Okay.
268, 291.
Are we normalized for wind?
We are, yes,
So
absolutely, because we're
291
into the wind, probably 20, 25 mile, probably 25 mile an hour wind.
Okay.
So if we-
raise your hand if you're not going to take 291 into a 20-mile-an-hour wind.
I can't imagine any golfers that
At
wouldn't want this.
106, right?
Yeah,
At
absolutely.
At a 106.
And just a perfect window as well. It just, and we talked about this a little bit earlier, but having that weight in addition to additional weight for us, the way we deliver it, we're going to end up squaring it up just a little bit better in that case. So right now, like that in that one, for example, swung at a couple miles an hour slower, ball speed actually was still maintained. Went down about 3, only went down 1 in terms of ball speed. So we can take a look here, and you can just compare. Whoops, that's the optimizer.
Do you know what I did there though?
What'd you do?
I was saying I'm trying to make my 3-wood swing.
Yep,
And
just that
again,
fairway
if I'm-
finder.
Yeah. So, but obviously swing speed's going to drop.
100%.
But I mean, for that ball to stay in the air that long with 1700 spin, and for all the people that think you can't hit 1700 and draw the ball,
Absolutely.
you
definitely can. You just have to have the right build.
yeah.
Club head speed,
Interesting.
we only had 1 swing, so if we took maybe 1 or 2 more,
let's do
let's
1
do
or
it.
2 more.
Yeah, then we have a better average. There's a blend between both, right? You want to be aggressive, but you also know that in terms of scoring, you got to hit that fairway. You got to hit that fairway. Yep, that's the name of the game.
I didn't see that one.
Slight cut.
Slight cut,
me
but
see real
down the
quick.
center or what?
Do a little tweak here. We can see the tracer actually if you want to take a look at it.
Oh, I love it.
So this was that last one up here. 106, 156, slightly off center, slightly cut. And once again, that's one thing we've noticed across the board. And for a lot of the cut players out there, you're not going to.
You're not going 3,700.
No, and a lot of times what that means is straighter ball flight, more fairways, and also further.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't imagine, once again, who wouldn't want that.
And it would be interesting maybe on this one, if as we dig into wherever, like maybe it's an 8 head with going up to 9, so it's slightly
To manipulate
closer,
the face angle.
7.5, yeah.
Absolutely. And I like that. I actually do that with a lot of players, especially players that are coming from a 4 that either don't need it for control or don't need it for spin, because if we can get you just a little bit more control with the very similar attributes in terms of spin and more height, you'll be in a good spot.
All right, last one.
Good swing. 1584, that's really good. And that only went up once again, 1 mile an hour, you got 2 off the face. Keep in mind, every mile an hour club head speed we gain can be up to 2 to 3 miles an hour ball speed.
Yeah, and
So,
that you'll see when you, I mean,
it's your best
298
one.
into the wind, yeah.
do you notice a lot of it too in this case is 1 control and 2 spin. Spin can be a little lower if we hold that right side better.
Yep.
So I actually didn't manipulate the face angle in this case. I just went to A2, which is 1.5 degrees upright.
Right, 825.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still 0.75.
No,
sorry.
Yeah, it's playing at it.
A2, so it's just upright.
It's just upright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And in this case, didn't affect launch, a launch. And if you look at a comparison now, this was the only one that we just didn't get from TrackMan there. If we take a look at the average, 105, 157, 6. This was when we had it just at A1. So a little bit, I guess, difference in ball speed, but difference in control. Launch is a little bit higher than it was originally. We started at about 14. This was a little lower. Of course, lower spin in this case. So that's a pretty big win. That last one carried 271, went 298.
20 mile an hour wind.
I'll take that.
Take that.
All right, guys, we're here. We're going through the back parking lot to see what's the secret behind the GT metalwoods from Titleist today.
All right, guys, we're talking fairway woods with Tyler Vermeer. He's a fitter with Titleist. How long you been doing this now? Fitting?
I've been with the company for about 3 years, and I've been fitting for a little over 2.
Okay, fantastic. So you might recognize him from such videos as Paul's getting fit for Vokey wedges.
One of the best videos on the internet, isn't it, Paulie?
They just love the team, man, to be back together again.
Absolutely.
So we're talking fairway woods today. It's interesting because I'm playing a 13.5 TSR3, but we changed 13.5. The new GT3 doesn't have 13.5. What was the thinking on that?
So the new fairway woods have a little bit of new technology to them, and in testing and R&D, again, all that comes straight from the tour down to the everyday consumer, right? We didn't notice a huge need for a 13.5.3 because of the performance, the launch, and the spin that we're able to drive out of the 2. We have some new weighting technology that's going on with these, and so out of the 13.5.2, this has almost essentially become a little bit of a driving fairway wood, even though it's not the mini driver that has been the big trend that we've seen in the market lately. But the new 13.5.2, a little bit bigger in shape than what the 3 is, right? It's bigger this way instead of being bigger that way.
Yeah, deeper instead of a
shallower
deeper
face.
Yeah, shallower face.
Right.
This, it's funny. This is reminiscent to me of the TSI3, the original, like slightly bigger head, but it's not like it's not as deep from front to back.
The
as
pear
the
shape.
Yeah. But when I put this down initially, I'm going, that looks like TSI3, and TSI3 was fantastic.
Yeah.
I felt like I love the shape of TSR3, but I'm excited to see what this does.
Absolutely.
So 13.5, it's going to be rocket blaster.
Ball speeds are quick.
Yeah, and they moved the weight up. Was there any reason why they moved the weight to the forward part of the face?
So the new fairways, this is some of the technology we're getting at, right? So some of the weight's been taken out of the top, and the center of gravity's been shifted a little bit, and the new fairways launched significantly higher than iGen and RGen TS, right? And so with that,
iGen, RGen.
yeah,
I love that.
we're able to move the weight up to the face to get spin down and ball speeds up, right? There's more mass right behind the center of the face where we are hitting it.
Okay.
The example I use to golfers, if we're gonna take a little nail and put it in our wall, right? If we grab one of those little framing hammers, we're gonna have to tap it a couple hundred times to get it in. Whereas if we go grab a sledgehammer, we might have to only hit it once and it's in the wall, right? Same thing with weights and where we're hitting it behind the center of the club face.
Awesome. I love it. Well, let's get to some testing. We're going to see some of the numbers with my driver. We lost some of the data, but we're going to do this as expert, experienced fitters. We truly know, like when you have a golfer who knows their swing, you really only need one ball for them to say like, hey, that was my really good number.
Correct.
And then obviously averages will change quite a bit over the fitting, right?
Yeah.
The averages should go up, or you say, oh, I missed that, and then the numbers will. But we might do some cherry picking here to get through the process.
We can do that, Paulie.
All right, let's get to it.
You bet.
The rocket balls.
No,
not rocket balls. The rockets.
I call this one the chicken poker.
Oh, I love that. The chicken poker. That should be. You should get that like on your putters, like a chicken head and like an ace.
God, that's quick.
Yeah, that felt good.
148 ball. Another 100 miles an hour of club.
Okay.
267.
267, and then you're at 3,100 spin. So
30.
hold the green.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Out of a 3-wood, that's phenomenal spin.
Yeah, and only 99, right, old man?
Yeah, old man. Old man 99.
Yeah.
Paul, those are, I don't think we're going to hit too much better than those two back to back.
And it's 3,270 off the deck. I mean, sign me up.
It's hot. Don't touch it.
Yeah,
it's
and
hot.
obviously this is where we fit. We got to the end of the fitting for me and my last one, and we just added a little bit of extra weight. I just like that heavier feel. But this, again, just the shape looks like the TSI 2 in my mind, TSI 3, right? So it looks great. They combine the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Right. So beautiful.
Why not have both?
Yeah, 270 off the deck.
I mean, that's phenomenal. And then off at tee, I got that's every bit of 280, 285.
Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing out of mine. So I'm really excited to see this. So now we're at the 18 degree. We're at the GT3
5 wood.
5 wood. Interesting. Really like the shape.
It's like I call it a fist.
Yeah.
Right. You look down at it. It's really small. It's really rounded at the back. It's just or a pear.
Yeah.
Some people call it pear shaped.
I'm curious because is that are guys choosing between this and like a hybrid?
That it's kind of the middle part of the bag, right? So after 3 wood and before 4 iron is arguably the hardest part of the bag to really get nailed down, because it can change based on the course, the time of year, all that stuff. So some guys that want a little more distance, they might navigate or steer towards the 5 wood, and guys that are looking for more of an extension of the iron set would go to a 7 wood. I need to quit giving you X's. We need to start hitting some 1s.
Okay, so we're at 145. There's that separation we were looking for in terms of ball speed.
240, probably a good number on it. 246.
245, yeah. I mean, that's what I would think, right? Because 18 degrees, probably around the 250 club, and then you don't.
7 woods, 230.
Yeah.
All right, so having 20 yards of separation in there.
Missed it.
And this is a part of the bag that I cannot stress to people enough to come get fit, because there's some golfers in the world that might have a 3 and 5 wood that actually go the exact same distance, and they don't know, right?
Great
Or,
point.
and contrary, same thing for 5 wood and 7 wood.
Yeah,
They might go the same distance, right? And until we know how far we need the golf ball to go, we've got nowhere to go.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I would say that there are people that, yeah.
Slower, you see it more with slower swing speeds.
Yeah, I call it bunching.
Yeah,
Because
for
no
sure.
one ever had a term for that.
Yeah, love it. Little stinger.
Little stinker.
They still 148 ball.
Wow, with a 5 wood, huh?
I know.
All right.
247. Drop kick.
Yeah. So I changed it over to H2. I was just curious what would
Yeah.
happen for ball flight, but
Little weight further and lower in the head, right? It's normal. It's going to shallow itself out a little easier.
all right, last one. All right, so the real talk here now is let's get a comparative to GT2.
Okay. GT2 5 wood.
Yeah. All right. Let's see, so 2 versus 3 now. This will be interesting.
Very.
Right, because you would think, oh, one's going to fly lower, one's going to fly straighter, more forgiving.
I bet we'll see a big change in ball spin rate.
Okay.
That'll be, as well as peak height.
Wow, the head feels heavier already.
Good. Probably heavier lower in the head.
Yeah. We'll miss off the heel.
Woo! Feared it.
Getting lazy on the swing. Working though. Working. I'm here to work.
We are working.
All right, here we go. A little downhill lie in the rivets of the mat. Definitely high.
For
that
sure.
one, but
Yeah.
146 ball speed, so somewhere in the range. 5,000 spin.
233.
Yeah.
A little higher spin rate, right?
Yeah. Let me do some work on this real quick. See if I can do that flighty swing where it comes down. And
That's better.
yeah.
Much better. A little trappier.
Yeah. 143 ball speeds. Swing speed's lower at 97, but it's like 7 iron stuff for guys on tour.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
It's good.
But there's a huge difference I think people forget, right? Like when you're working on your body every day, right? Like this is our reality of like sitting, waiting for clients.
Mm-hmm.
We're not working out. We're not in the performance seat. We're in the...
We're in the office.
Yeah, this
For
is
sure.
the office, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already, I mean, I haven't hit that many balls, but I'm sweaty and a little tired.
It happens fast.
Yeah, for sure, especially when you're giving it a go. Okay. Okay.
So it's good, but you're seeing the difference in the shape of the head and the shape of the sole. Comes through turf a little different.
Yeah. 5 woods, I'm not necessarily, like doesn't catch my eye.
Yeah.
A lot of loft for me to see, you know, to see it feels almost like I have a 7-iron loft.
Yeah.
Even though it's only 18.
Right.
For my eye, I like the hybrid. I like that smaller head when there's more loft.
Yeah.
So it
Absolutely.
doesn't surprise me that I might struggle with the 5-wood just a touch.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, so this is the 7-wood now. Oh, dude. He's saying, Tyler, you're saying that this launches lower now.
Yeah, so you guys will, from the earlier part of the video, the 13.5, 15, 16.5, they all actually launch a little bit higher. And in the 21, the 7-wood, we noticed a huge trend in guys playing them on tour, and everyday golfers were playing them now. And so these guys were having to go to really low launching shafts, or dialing the head down a little bit. We noticed if we just move the CG a little closer to the front of the face, we can actually get faster ball speed and slightly lower launch. I think the technical guys were saying it's about 8 to 10% on average lower launching than what the previous gen was.
I think the technical term for that is filthy. Disgusting.
It's
dirty. It's definitely in that kind of realm of filthy, dirty, disgusting.
Definitely.
Yeah. Gross.
A lot of higher caliber golfers now that we've seen are switching to 7-woods. It's been a big trend, right? Hybrids are still great. Driving irons are still awesome. They all have their place in the market. But with 7-woods now, I noticed myself when I got fit into them, the 7-wood launch is a little lower than the prior gen.
Maybe let's start there.
We want to taste the rainbow here, man.
This right here. All right, 7-wood. Heel cut 7-wood dead straight.
Ball speed 135, spin rate of 7,000.
That's a good 7-iron.
Literally.
Let's try that again.
Low off the face.
Low on the face.
Peered it. Just a bit outside.
Here we go. Can Vaughn find it?
That was smashed.
It was better. It was better. Let's see, 142. It's a good 4-iron for guys on tour.
230.
Okay. How far do these go for guys? What are guys looking for this on tour? Like,
They want it to be an extension of their iron set, right? So rough way to think about it, right? Whatever the number on the club is times 1,000. That's what the spin rate they want. 7-iron, 7,000. It's kind of their idea. With a 7-wood, some guys define it different, right? I would think you want one that comes in like that, identical to that.
it's like a
Nice high, 100 feet plus in the air, and then a good spin rate with one of these guys is around that 5,000 mark.
So we're seeing that about 230.
Yeah,
So it's a 230 straight up, straight down.
yeah.
Just
It just hits the green, stops dead in
sit.
its tracks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the head. Let me try to hit a low burner.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't you want to hit a low burner 7-iron? 7-wood.
I can't think of a shot you might need
Think
that.
of a shot that people would want to hit.
Absolutely.
A Stinger 7-wood.
There, it rose.
No, it's good.
That's pretty.
Yeah, interesting. So that lower flighted, still 226.
Spin came down about 500-600 RPM, right? Overall peak height,
Was only 75.
contrary to 122.
Yeah.
Right.
So the fact that you could actually work a 7-wood talks to exact, because I could never work. I was like 7-wood.
It had one ball flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
Height.
amazing that you can punch a 7-wood
Flight it.
75 feet in the air, flight it.
Little Swiss
Awesome.
Army knife.
I love it. That looks great.
Yeah.
Kill it. 2. We're going 8 degrees. We're not upping the head weight yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. We saw on a really good strikes.
Yeah.
1,700 spin. That's maybe 300 or 400 less than I would ideally love.
I love that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I
2350,
love.
24. I live in that range.
Yeah.
I'm an advocate of height.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I'm a handsy player. I launch the ball high, so
That's
I can
okay.
do less spin. I'm
That's
not
what-
like you.
Yeah.
You're adaptive.
I don't know about all that.
All right. Interesting. It feels different. I can feel it moving.
Weighted a little different in the head for sure. That was quick. 157 ball speed. So there's the magic number, right? Not good.
Yeah.
There's still some gas in the tank though.
Oh, for sure.
That's all right. That'll be a long total number though. 4 on the back range.
That was 13.
1,300. Hey, 159 ball speed though.
Yeah, if I can get those in the right places. Okay. I'm gonna go up and right, see if I can.
Really get one up there.
Yeah. No, low on the face.
Heel ball.
Yep.
Paulie, let me make one small adjustment. I want to take just one more swing.
Yeah.
So we're hitting the ball well, right? But it's trailing a hair to the right, and it's slightly in the heel. I just want to try shutting the club face just a smidgen, just a smidgen.
All right.
Whoop! Hot potato. That's better. Gosh, that was quick. 153 ball. Club speed came down just a smidgen. That's all right.
I'm telling. I feel that like I can't get the face around. Like if we go right back to that
Yeah,
other head.
it's the 3 all day.
I mean just that closure rate. Should we try?
You want to try a 4?
Yeah, let's try a 4. Let's see what happens on the floor. So we saw, but on this, I mean, we look at the summary of this. What we're seeing is a drop in ball speed, and not because it's the efficiency of the driver, but it's the relationship that I have with the club.
Yeah, well, where it's weighted, the shape of it,
Yeah.
what you're familiar with, right? You've been playing a 4 for quite a while,
Yeah.
right? Jumping straight to a 2, I mean, those are two sides of the spectrum as far as forgiveness goes, as far as ball speed stays the same pretty seamlessly across the product line, but it's just familiar, right? Old habits die hard with better players. It's just a fact. No bueno?
It was okay.
Okay.
It was okay. Club speed's up.
There we go. 280.
283.
284, I round up.
Yep. 2,800 spin so low on the face. So
Yeah,
let's just see.
not bad.
Yeah.
Gonna be fun.
Not too shabby there.
Yeah. I mean the ball speeds are 6 less.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Just
Nuts.
that trust. That trust that the face is going to come around.
Yeah. Ready to go back to the 3?
Let's try one last validation swing.
One last.
One last validation.
A1.
Yeah. Let's try A1 and.
Let's give that one a
Yeah.
crack.
So you guys can see here, I've got the blue weight in the heel. I can really feel that face swinging around for me.
Yeah.
So,
Mr. Buckman. Little special guest there, Texas golf legend, Brent Buckman.
Mr. B. All don't kill me. Give that to Mr. B.
just a little right.
That's okay.
Yeah, but
157 though.
Yeah, ball speed's already up. I mean, there you go. And that was like a little miss on the right, 293.
So our guy, Trevor Davis, I think he got it right.
Is he the guy who made the 3?
He's the guy that fit you
Oh, Trevor.
in Houston.
Yeah. Yes.
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 She's our middle designer. She's super.
So I was thinking my old
She goes out
just tech nerd talk stuff I'll have to do another video on, but I was thinking when I was younger, my hands used to come so much higher, so my body would have a different timing mechanism to
Right.
turn.
Slow some things down, speed some things up.
Right, yeah. So if like you're back here, your body has more time to kind of turn. But
Right, yeah.
I just like, I've been stuck. Feels like I'm stuck. The GT3 kind of helps me with the face, but it'll be
Yeah.
interesting. I can't wait to see how our relationships develops over time.
It'll be special.
It'll be special.
It'll be special.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm gonna try one of my favorite old swings.
Give it all.
All right, I'll see you soon. I'll be up to visit.
Thank you so much. No idea where that went.
165 ball speed there, Paulie.
Yeah.
Club speed coming up to 110.
Yeah.
Total. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
No, give it a second. Just we can trust.
150 though. That's middle.
Yeah.
I gotta reckon that one's gotta go like 325 though.
Yeah.
That's gotta be in that neighborhood.
Let's see what that number is.
Absolutely.
Right? That was a different
I mean,
guy.
with 110 club and then 164 ball speed, I mean, that's a recipe for over 310 all day.
So that's my goal then, is to get comfortable with that guy.
Yeah, bring it to the golf course.
Oh, I can.
A little higher ball flight there, still 159 ball. Good. 108 club. Didn't quite hit the middle there.
Yep.
310.
There you go. All right, last one. I mean, she's a beaut.
She's pretty to look
She's
at.
pretty to look at.
She's a looker.
Smoked.
That is definitely going to be one of the better balls of the day. 162 ball. Okay, so not our fastest, but
Yeah,
middle.
yes.
149 smash. Let it correct itself. Oh, come on.
Is it?
It just flashed us like 320 something and then went away.
Did it?
Yeah. We'll call it 320.
Was it? You
320.
Saw
It was up and then it went away.
Okay. No.
That's faster ball speed.
Was it?
Yeah. Club speed was there too. Same smash factor.
Okay. Yeah.
318.
That felt a little missy because
That-
if I get left on it.
Yeah. That's gonna cook another 5 to 8.
I know.
161.
Okay. Little miss, but I love it. I mean, obviously the numbers were on 65. I started with what, 150 something?
We're at like 157.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting up to 165.
I think one of the biggest draws that I'll take from this, and yes, obviously everybody always wants to go as fast and as far as humanly possible. We are not going to hit the center of the club face every single shot,
I don't.
right? Nobody does. Contrary to what everybody thinks, Patrick Cantlay or Will Zalatoris, Jordan Spieth, they don't even hit the middle every single time, right? That is what the craziest thing about this driver is it's good in the middle, it's even better off the center.
Yeah.
It's even better when we miss the middle.
Yeah, and you can see I designed mine. I really like to hit more towards the toe side because it's the low spin side.
Yeah.
Feel is always
For sure.
increased spin. So
Get you some extra yards.
yes,
Absolutely.
All right, T. So thanks so much for your time today. That was fantastic.
My pleasure.
The interesting stuff. Some stuff moved around. I think this is going to be really one of those launches of getting to know, relearning the equipment or getting to know them again.
Yeah.
Because they took some really fantastic player characteristics in 3, right?
Yeah.
TSI 3. Some lower spinning from 4, right? And kind of mashed it together. So drivers first for sure. I think that biggest piece is that movement of the weight port forward.
Yeah.
I was hitting that thing straight.
In the 3, right, as I alluded to previously in the video, right, the 3's weight is now shoved right behind the face, right? So there's more mass behind where we are going to hit it on the center of the club, toe of the club, heel of the club, whatever it may be. And so with that, because we have more mass there, that's why your ball speed numbers jumped like 8 miles an hour, right? And that equated to all this extra distance. And like you said, getting reaccustomed to the new equipment, because it is such a dramatic change for our company. It's phenomenal. It really is remarkable.
Yeah, and it's funny, you know, because they always talk about it from a tech perspective of like, hey, we do this and it does this to the ball, but there's a lot that it does to the golfer.
100%.
I have been waiting so long for Titleist to get that weight, that 3 weight port into that driver. Yeah. Because I can feel the face closing. Yeah. And when I can feel the face closing,
it frees you up.
It frees me up totally. And like that one, I got 165 ball speed. I mean, I would be afraid to swing like that with my 4 just because I wouldn't know where the face is. Right. Not that the 4 is not a bomb driver, because I've hit that thing 350. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, I'm feeling the nerves, especially in the competition. I just get these swipey rights, and I'm like, I just made that swing with my 3-wood. Why doesn't that translate to my driver? Yeah. And I think the GT3 answered that question for me completely. Yeah. Because I made some swings that I was like, this is the same swing as my 3-wood, finally. Yeah. And the ball's just like rifled like 290, 300. You know, I'm just
325 we hit today.
We hit one, yeah, that was a bomb. But I mean, that thing was straight.
Dead straight.
So it was really interesting. So fairway woods, again, that talk was that was really interesting to me was that 7-wood. I've never been able to fly to 7-wood, and to hit a 7-wood 75 feet 230
versus 122 on the shot before.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and we play Texas, right? I mean,
Yeah.
dude, the wind is so
It's blowing right now.
Yeah, it'll just abuse you. And there are times, you know, same thing like I talked about in that driver idea in my last competition. Like I hit one that I thought was a 10-yard cut all day, and it was a 40-yard cut.
Yeah.
Because of the crosswind.
Right.
I mean, you can't control a 40-yard cut.
Got to golf your own ball.
Yeah, and especially with hills, right? Because
Yeah.
then you have the hill, it hits the right side and bounces further right. But to be able to flight the ball, especially in Texas, man, there's a reason why Texas golfers are known as ball strikers.
Absolutely.
Because you can't golf that ball in the wind up.
No.
You know,
100%.
I had to learn that. So that's even that 7-wood.
Yeah.
Really
Fun.
interesting. Yeah.
Versatile.
Really interesting. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
obviously, you know, you guys are not going to see the same conditions that obviously tour players do. But when you get Bermuda rough and you got 220 and you're looking at an open green in the front, you're like, I can get something there.
Yeah.
But what is that something?
How am I going to get it there?
How? Right?
Yeah.
So having the right tool is really important. 7-wood was really interesting. And again, that 13.5 TSR2.
I mean, by God, Paul, 272
Off the
out
deck.
of, I mean, and that's not even off a tee. And that was the second shot you hit with that thing.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if we have the ability in our fairway woods to now all of a sudden we've got a blank canvas, right?
Yeah.
We can flight them, we can push them out there really far, we can hit them a little shorter.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got 4 clubs in one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And to be able to use it, say we got shorter par 4s, narrow par 5s,
Yeah.
whatever it may be, right? Now with you hitting that driver, 325 we'll call it, and then the 3-wood now can chase up to 270.
Yeah.
There's not a par 5
No.
within hours of here that you
Yeah.
can't get to in 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. These are weapons. These are weapons.
Yeah.
Some really cool stuff. I think, you know, if you're lucky enough to get fitted by someone like Tyler or work with somebody as crazy as me, who really understands that there are equipment there, your swing is a response equipment, right? I mean,
For
it's
sure.
like you can only dance the dance of your partner,
Yeah.
right? So we're seeing some really exciting things. So, you know, if there are questions that you guys have with that of like, why can't I do this? Sometimes it's equipment. We know, obviously, with TPI, Greg Rose, that guy's a genius.
Absolutely.
Like, there's physical patterns that we develop because of our bodies.
For sure.
But you combine those two things, where your body's in a better physical pattern, and then the equipment starts working with you.
Right. Game over.
Yeah, that's fitting.
I mean, all of a sudden we're flying into lower rounds, right? We're more happier on the golf course. Guys, golf is hard enough to begin with, right? Do yourself a favor, take care of yourself, get fit for golf clubs. I mean, let's enjoy the game of golf, please.
Absolutely. And today, that 325 driver, that 165 ball speed was not going to be possible.
Right.
I mean, I was coming at 157, some mishits, and I'm going, why am I hitting it? It's like I was mishitting it. But then all of a sudden I get that green light.
Yeah.
Dude, what would somebody do for an 8-mile-an-hour ball speed jump?
I pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
Pay a lot of money.
So yeah, really get fit, see a qualified person who can walk you through these and maybe help you find that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that journey with you today, my friend.
Absolutely, Paulie.
So we'll see you on the next one. So I won't see you again until the lineup of hybrids and
some sneak peek stuff. We got some stuff in the making. We can't share it just yet, but you guys get excited because you think this is good. We got something else coming.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff. All right, guys. Remember, stay focused and keep practicing. See you at the next one.